Hey folks, this is Chandabear and you are watching my guide to the Cerulean Order daily faction quests. In this guide I'll be going over where you can accept these quests, and you can see how many soulstones you can earn every day for any character that's at the required level to actually accept the quest in the first place. Okay, let's get to it. Alright, first of all you're going to want to head here to the Cerulean war tent and put on your Cerulean uniform. If you don't, these quests won't actually show up on the NPCs, as you can see there, the red quest markers. Just go in and accept every single quest that you can. In this run I'm grouped up with two others, Mimikins you might know from some of the other videos on my channel, and just another random player we happen to come across. It does actually make it a little bit safer, I guess, to team up for these quests, because you will often find groups or solo duos of Crimson charging around as well. So here we first opt to go after Kitchell. Just climb up that hill, head towards the Crimson side, towards the Crimson war tent. And down there you can see one of our faction players has already claimed Kitchell. Now in order to get the actual contribution towards your quest, that person needs to be part of your party. So here I invite him so that we can all get the kill registered.
Party invitation sent.
Got 200k HP. If you're fighting him on your own, then he's easy enough. It just takes a little bit of time, and sometimes you have to watch for Crimson players creeping up on you. That would be another player asking to join for Kitchell, but showed up a little bit late, so I couldn't get them earlier. Right, a lot of these named NPCs here, they're needed for the quests as well. You need to kill Cerulean uniform officers, things like that.
Please move closer to target.
As you saw there on the minimap on the right, those red markers for the quest disappeared because we killed the number of mobs we needed to, or at least the kind of officers we needed to in that area. So now we're going to head down towards the Talus forward base. Usually I wouldn't enter from this side because there's a lot of Crimson wandering around, but it seems to be okay and safe to do this at this time of day. Okay, so here you need to click on these battles. And again, being in a party is helpful here, because everyone in the party will gain contribution for every barrel that someone collects. So it makes sense to team up. If you see others doing this and you're on your own, ask to be invited or just invite them yourself. Everyone will get it done faster, safety in numbers and all that. Right, so on the minimap you'll notice the little blue circle that was at that part of the map has disappeared because we've got the munitions barrels that we needed to get. So now we're going to head into the Soulstone deposit, clearing these mobs in the way as we go. They're actually needed for the quest anyways.
Your death will be honorable!
Now all of these quests you see where you have to pick something up or collect something, it contributes towards every party member, so it does make sense to team up. I'm just changing my spec there, just for a bit more damage, less stuns, since I haven't came across many Crimson. Right, so now you can see on the minimap the majority of the quests have actually already been cleared. We just need to go over to this side now and collect some more objects on the ground. And then we need to head to the middle of the Talus forward base to rescue some prisoners. Just pick up 3 of these explosive crates and then that'll be everybody done. So now we're all going to be heading towards the middle of the Talus forward base. Right, this is the only part of the quest that doesn't contribute towards everyone. If you free a prisoner, it's going to count only for you. And if that captive happens to be a crimson in disguise, then it's not going to count for you anyways. So this is the part where your party might be hanging around a little bit longer, just so everybody can get the required number of captives. As you can see there, that's our released Crimson Initiate, so it was a Crimson in disguise. So you can find 4 there, and then 4 across this gap, this other bunch of tents. So 8 in total. The respawn time isn't too bad, just like about a minute or 2, so if you just hang about, keep the mobs cleared. Right, that's me done with the quest. I'm just checking like if anybody else needs anything, so give your teammates any support. Obviously Crimson can show up to ruin the day. So that's another party member done. Excuse my atrocious spelling there. Okay, so I don't think that guy needed any because that was the person we invited earlier, so they probably had it done. Okay, now we just go back to hand them in, back at our Cerulean war tent.
Or
Your death will be honorable for the Talus Dominion!
Attack! For Yunnakan!
So after handing these quests in, my party is wanting to head to the beach, which you will see, where you can pick up a couple of extra faction dailies. Now the only 2 I didn't do in this zone at this time was the Black Worm, because you need a lot of people for him. He can give more soulstones and some other various items as well. The other one was where you have to kill 10 Crimson players. That one I don't tend to stress too much about. I just get the kills and stuff when and where I can and things. I don't try to complete it every single day. So yeah, you can see here you can get quite a few soulstones. Now the other option you can pick up is that soulstone pouch. Now it can have anything from 1 to 3 or possibly more. I've never actually had more than 3, and most of the time I've actually averaged 1. So I just prefer to go with the guaranteed 2 and 4. That's down to yourself, whatever you prefer to do. And this is the Talus uniform that I picked up earlier in case people wanted to see what it looked like. So one of my party members is already at the beach in channel 2. Right, in order to get there, as long as you got your uniform on, you can see the red quests are already flagged on the map. Now this Cerulean Beach outpost, you cannot warp there unless you are wearing this uniform already. That dragon pulse will not show up on the map. So as long as you got the uniform on, you can go directly there. It will take you up on top of a cliff, just in case there is crimson charging around at the bottom. You'll be safe up there until you decide what you want to do, change channel or whatever. Right, so we're in channel 2 and you can see where this is. It's just southeast of the fishing lodge. If you don't wear the uniform, you can warp to the fishing lodge via the dragon pulse. So these are the 2 quests. This one offers 2 plus 2 faction insignia for clan crafting or something like that, and this guy offers another 1. Right, so this faction daily you will see a lot of NPCs from your own faction on your side, and there will be the enemy faction on the opposite side. They will aggro anybody that comes in range of them, and you will most likely bump into a few crimson players while you're here as well. So one of the quests involves you picking up and collecting those urns that you just see in front of me there, but that's a crimson player in front of me. So I'm eyeing him up first. That would be another crimson player passing me. Right, that would be another crimson player amongst those mobs there. That urn in the water, that's one of the things you need to collect. Again, it's one of those things which will contribute towards everyone in the party. So while some of my group members were collecting them earlier, I was just kind of keeping an eye out on crimson players. So as you can see in the bottom of the quest log there, it's 2 out of 5 now. I changed to my DPS spec there, just so I can deal more damage, because pretty soon we're going to be going over to the actual Crimson Beach outpost. There's an NPC there that we have to defeat that's got quite a bit more health than the regular mobs. And that's that player over there, as you can see, is already fighting him, Osang. And I'm calling my party members over. The shadow on the ground tells me that there is a crimson player flying through the air. So I decide to just let him go, get on with his quest while we get on with ours. But that's not always the way it goes. You will come across a lot of griefers who will just try and cause trouble for the sake of causing trouble. Now again, I invite this player because he had claim on this mob before us, meaning that in order to get contribution we need to be part of his party or invite him to ours. Right, these boxes here, you need to pick up these soulstone crates.
You need more permissions.
and you get these mobs, these NPCs spawning nearby constantly. Somebody just deal with the boxes, others can just keep the mobs clear as it counts towards everyone. Right, since several people in the party were collecting them together, we got done really quickly there. That one can be a bit of a pain trying to do it on your own, especially if there's crimson players. I do recommend, if you want to make this as fast as we have, to just team up with some other players and just get it done quickly that way. It also deters any kind of solo or duo crimson players from approaching and attacking you guys and just ganking or griefing for the sake of doing so. We still needed a couple of more urns. I'm just keeping an eye on crimson. After Mimi aggroes these mobs, I decide to get this urn. After this man comes up heavy blow that we need guys. So this urn is taking me up to 10 seconds to collect. Some of them actually take up to 20 seconds to collect, so your character is distracted for quite some time. That's why it's beneficial to have other people either on guard or just help and pick them up so you can get this quest done really fast. So that's basically all the faction dailies that you've seen right here, minus a couple as I mentioned earlier. And you will see at the end of this how many soulstones you can gather in the kind of time frame that you spent watching this video.
Slow down. Slow down.
Right, so this one gives you a singular soulstone. This one gives you 2. Along with the 14 I earned earlier, as you can see in my bags, that's a total of 17 already. And it didn't take me that long at all. It's a good money save if you don't want to buy them. You need soulstones for everything in this game. That includes from crafting things to upgrading your weapons, and in case anyone's interested or wants to know, these are still a valuable commodity even at the level 50 cap. So keep a hold of them, don't sell them, especially if you intend to play this game long term. Thanks for watching.